Hoping to get some of these questions answered and perhaps maybe a bit of closure, I had a pleasant phone conversation with the head writer of this infamous Slime Monster episode, Karen Greenberg.
You know, at the time, I wasn't honestly thinking about how scary it was. I was just thinking, this is so funny. Like, I really enjoyed writing the episode. It was very silly.
There are some funny
moments.
moments.
For me, it just seemed...
There are definitely
lots of funny moments.
Yeah.
But I remember things like when Lenny was writing the story, she kept making typos, so the slime monster became the Slume monster, and then it became the lime monster. So I'm remembering the things that made me laugh, like how silly I felt writing it, you know.
The tanning bed, which is hilarious, but as a kid, I was like, oh yeah, I didn't really understand what was funny about it.
And it was also very meta because the kids were writing the story. For me, it was like another reason why it never occurred to me that would actually scare anybody, because you see the kids making it up. You know, it's not like we're really putting them in a situation, although of course we did the twist at the end where, you know, they're at their graduation barbecue and suddenly...
It does kind of infiltrate the real world by the end of it.
Exactly.
During this phone conversation, we determined that based on the show's air dates and reruns, I must have been between the ages of 4 and 7 when I watched it. She expressed a lot of curiosity and interest in my experience, so I told her much of what I already explained in this video. He immediately turns to the camera and says, "You laughing at me?" And to me, it was almost as if the slime monster knew of my presence as a viewer, because it was breaking the fourth wall, in a sense. The entire show just left my memory up until some point last year, and I forget exactly what triggered it, but there was a moment where I was like, and I remembered that this existed, and I was like, I have to search this up before I forget. I was like, this is real! You know, I was debating whether or not it was something that actually happened. And apparently...
You had buried the memory to the point where you weren't even sure if that episode was something you imagined versus something that was really on TV?
Yeah, there's it seems as though there's other people that had that kind of experience where they didn't really remember it until they were reminded of its existence, and then suddenly they're like, oh yeah, like, all of it comes back. Like,
so it's like when someone has a deep trauma and they have to compartmentalize so they can move forward with their life in any kind of productive way.
It's like repression.
Oh my god! I didn't realize it was that. That's like a really extreme layer of trauma.
Apparently, I don't know.
I'm honestly so surprised that a whole generation of children seems to have been traumatized by this episode, and I honestly am really surprised and really sorry.
Like I said, it seemed to be almost this perfect storm of different elements that could not really come to fruition without an entire team of people in the first place. The design was done completely independently of you then, right?
Yes, I definitely had nothing to do with the design of the doll. Although I will say, first of all, I'm going to share the blame for this because the character and the original treatment were written by Eric Weiner, who is also known for creating Dora the Explorer.
Oh, nice.
So he wrote this wonderful treatment, and then I took it to outline and script. So we have both scared and inspired children for many generations.
All in all, it was a very friendly and engaging conversation, and it was pretty interesting to in some way confront what I'd consider to be one of my biggest childhood fears. And in case anyone's wondering, she is currently writing for the Amazon original stop-motion children's show Tumbleleaf. And based on my first impressions of the show and the phone conversation we had, I think it's safe to say we won't be seeing any more slime monsters in this show.
I just want to ask, do you feel better now?
Yes, I feel much better. Thank you so much.
Very good. Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you.
Thanks.